Hello, hello, hello. It is your spiritual transformational life coach, Latricia Booker, here with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, we get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose and power, and that is the truth of who God has created us to be. So Kingdom people, I have to first take the time out to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for viewing my videos. Thank you for the likes, the subscribes, the shares, for the comments, the emails, and all of the encouragement and letting me know that these videos resonate and make a difference. And so, yeah, thank you, Kingdom people. Thank you for the financial contributions to my channel. Thank you for all the seeds that you sow into me and my ministry. It is so appreciated. I really do appreciate it, Kingdom people. Thank you. And so, Kingdom people, as you already know, and if you don't know, now you know, I am here to drop this beat, this word, this message. Yeah. All right, Kingdom people. Holy Spirit is saying, because you have worked to serve God, He's blessing you. He's giving you your inheritance because you have worked to serve Him. So God pointed this out to me. John 12:43. For they love human praise more than the praise of God. God has said that you love His praise more than the praise of human beings. So, because of that, He's blessing you. I mentioned this in my last video in a different message, but listen. Colossians 3:23 and 24 says, work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. Remember that the Lord will give you an inheritance as your reward, and that the master you are serving is Christ. So because you serve Christ, you serve God, and when you work, you're working as if you're working for Him instead of man. Whatever work you do, if you have a job and you're working for God, regardless of whatever is happening in your workplace, if you show up and do your best, you do a good job, and you're doing it because you know you're working to serve God and not working to serve man. Even though, yes, what we're doing ultimately is serving man, but our attitude is that we're serving God. And because your attitude is that you're serving God and you're not looking for the praise of man, God's saying that He's pleased with that, and He's giving you your inheritance and your reward because you have done what He's asked you to do. I was reminded this morning of a young lady I was speaking to not long ago, that I was talking to, where it was work related, and she made a point to say that she wanted to move up in this company, and she was saying, so she's really trying to show them, whatever she really doing, going the extra mile to show them whatever she was trying to show them. You know how that go, because she wants to move up in the company. And so upon different interactions and observations with her, I just really noticed it was kind of like a kiss up kind of behavior I was noticing. So, okay, Kingdom people, I know that this kind of stuff goes on. She wouldn't be the first that wants to move up in a company, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. However, what I observed and was able to see is, well, I guess observing and seeing is the same thing, is that she was going through extremes to please the supervisor or her superior, because she was trying to show them something so that she could get what she wanted as far as moving up in the company. And what I'm saying is that it came off desperate, just sitting back watching. It came off, it just, again, it's nothing wrong with wanting to move up in a company, but as Colossians 3:23 and 24 says, work as if you're working for God. And what happens is God will promote you. God will move on those people to promote you, but not because you're seeking or working for them. I mean, we know you work for the companies that you're working for, but even in that, the idea is to work as if you're working for God, to serve Him. And God will move one man, whoever that is, that does the promoting, to promote you if that be His will. So I just wanted to share that because that really stood out to me. And but God is saying because you work to serve Him. And that's any work you do. If you're working as a mother, as a wife, as a husband, as a even if you're a volunteer, if you're a business owner, whatever you're doing, if you're in ministry, you should be working for the Lord. But sometimes people get it twisted. So the point is, whatever you're doing, whatever work you're putting your hands to, whatever God is moving you to do, leading you to do, you're doing it for the work of God, that you're working for God. Do it as if you're working for God and you're serving Him. And yes, in serving Him, you serve people, but you want to make sure you're serving God and serving people first. Because you've done that, kingdom people, God is giving you your inheritance. He's rewarding you because you make it about Him. You make it about God. You make it about pleasing God, being where He wants you to be, doing what it is He will want you to do. And then you have a wonderful work ethic. You stay committed to those things that you have committed yourselves to. You're loyal in that, and you show up and you do a good job, and you're not concerned about what man thinks or says per se. Now, where you need to improve, you do. What's something you need to work on or get better at, you do. But again, you're doing it to serve God. You're doing it because you're working for God. And in working for God, you happen to work for man because we in the earth, and that's what we do. Right, kingdom people? Right. So, because you have worked to serve God, God is blessing you. You are receiving your inheritance. You are receiving your reward. You are receiving your blessings. God even said that even where your relationships are concerned, He's blessing you with more harmonious, loving relationships. Because even in your relationships, you're working to serve Him opposed to working to serve yourself or even other people where it's inappropriate. I had a situation where in a conversation, someone that I work with is, business related, was asking me if it was certain things that I could do, and was asking and if certain days I could do, whatever it was they were asking me for. And I said, well, I can do this day, but this day I'm not sure. Let me get back to you on that. So when I got back to them on that, and they said, okay. When I got back to them on that, they said, well, I really need you this day too, both days. Is there any way that you could? And it was like, if I could, I would have said that. And I'm making that point to say, doing that would put me in a position that didn't work for me. I was sharing what I was able to do. And they went into, well, I need you. So, I don't want to go too much into that. The point I'm making is this. You have to be careful of going through extremes to serve people where it causes you a problem, or where it doesn't work for you. And if someone is pressing the issue to try to get you to do something that doesn't work for you, that's not a loving, harmonious relationship. And so I'm saying all that to say, God is, because you're doing the work, you're working as if you're working for him, serving him, he's going to remove you from those relationships that are not so much harmonious, whether they be personal relationships or business, work relationships, whatever it may be. In this case, I show up. I do my part. I'm committed, you know, I'm dependable. And so sometimes when you're that, people just want to, people love people that are dependable and that can get the job done. And you want to keep them. And I get that. But you should care about them as well, and just not getting your needs met. I'm hoping I'm making sense here. It should be a win-win, not a win-lose. It should work out for both of us, not just for you, but it don't work for me. So what I'm saying is, you want to, even in serving, in the relationships, if what you're needing to do for the other causes you a problem, that's a problem. Vice versa. You don't want to be in a relationship just to please yourself and get your needs met when it's not good for the other person. I'm kind of saying the same things, but I'm switching the roles around. So the whole point in saying all of this is to say, when you're serving God and whatever you're doing, even in your relationships, when you're working and you're in relationships to serve God, then everybody wins. And so because you show up properly to the best of your ability, and where you need to improve, you improve, you work on that. You're able to see yourself, correct yourself where need be. Because after all, we're human beings too. So we have error and mistakes and things where we need to improve. And acknowledging that and making the adjustments is pleasing to God. And then that works out for you. So you never want to just put demands on someone that's not good for them. It's not healthy for them, you, or just because that's what you want, but it's not a healthy thing. Okay, I don't want to go too far into that, but I just wanted to point out, God is saying, because you even work in your relationships to serve him. You know, you have him at the head of that. You let him lead you and guide you even in your relationships. And you do and interact in your relationships to serve God first and foremost. God is rewarding you. He's giving you your inheritance. And he's bringing, part of your inheritance and your reward is bringing you into more fruitful, harmonious, and loving relationships. Even some of your already existing relationships, he's just improving them, causing them to be more loving, more harmonious, you know, with those who are in alignment with that. The ones that are not all that I just described, that want something from you. Look, the way I describe it is, they want your good and want to hand you boo-boo. They want your good, want all your goods, want the good from you, want you to be this to them. And listen, I have a thing where I've noticed people love people they can trust. They want someone they can trust, but they're not even trustworthy themselves. You can't trust them. So, I'm just saying. People want good people, but they don't want to be good themselves. They don't want to be good back to you. You see what I'm saying? God is saying it's a wrap for that. And because you are serving him in the relationships that you are in, and I'm hearing ridding yourself of relationships that don't serve you or him or God, okay, he's rewarding you. You're getting your inheritance. So because you have worked to serve God, kingdom people, you are receiving your inheritance, you are receiving your rewards, you are receiving your blessings, you are receiving your promises, all that and some. Okay, kingdom people, I'm gonna let that rest right there. So if you like this video and or if it resonates with you, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also click on that red subscribe button so that you can subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Then click on that bell right next to the subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video, something like this one. Also, if you are interested in any of the services that I presently offer, you can find all the information right down below in the description box. And if you would like to comment on this video, feel free to send me an email at kingdomtrish@gmail.com, as my comments will be closed to keep the channel free from contamination. Also, if you are interested in a free copy of my ebook, The Girl in the Mirror by Sheila Brooks. Sheila Brooks is my pen name. You could go ahead and send me an email as well at kingdomtrish@gmail.com and just let me know that you would like a free copy of The Girl in the Mirror, of the ebook, The Girl in the Mirror, and I'll send a code to you. I have a few more left that I can give out for free. So, anyway, Kingdom people, thank you so much for being here with me. You all know I love you so very much. So very much. So with that being said, much love, light, and peace, and many blessings to you all. Kingdom people, that's my time. Jesus girl, she out. Peace.